Stay back, everyone. You said this transport was ready to go. Give it to me, and you can go fix the others.
Just calm down. Lower your weapon and control your hair, and let's talk, okay?
My daughter's life is at stake. I told you I don't have time to wait.
There's no guarantee she's even there. Daya didn't have RK.
Shut up, Harris!
Clay.
Ajax. I didn't think you'd try to stop me, too. If you hadn't given Daya that recommendation letter in the first place, none of this would have happened. Even when you knew what happened to my husband, you had to help me lose Daya, too. Is this that faith you're so fond of talking about? You fail to protect anyone, even with that mighty barrier of yours. Step aside now, and I'll allow you to protect your own life.
Clay, I'm not here to stop you. I've come to ask your permission to come with you. If it's to find Daya, I'll sacrifice my own life to help. Just, can you give me some time to prepare so that I can be of more use to you?
You want to help me?
Yes. Any way you see fit.
All right. Yes. I want you to feel the pain my family felt. HQ, send me and Ajax in first. Then this can all be over.
Request granted. When the tactical transport is ready, you can deploy to the front line.
Thank you, Clay.
Nell, Transport 7 is ready to launch. I'll be handing over transport controls to the Descendants.
Understood, Captain. You may proceed.
Fixing and making things is my wheelhouse. Go on, what do you need? Overhauling all the transport vehicles on such short notice? I thought I wouldn't have it done in time. But the anti-void shield output looks good. It's ready to go, so it's up to the Descendants from here on out. Flying a tactical transport requires an expert pilot, but, as you know, us ordinary humans can't withstand void storms. We don't have RK to prevent void erosion. So, for this operation, you'll take the lead. Fly the transport and set up an area of operations. Luckily, from what we've observed, it seems that RK will work inside Sigma Sector. You can use the transporter-mounted RK transfer pad, so you don't have to land the transport on entry and exit. That'll mean it's more likely to survive. Everything should be fine as long as you're careful, Descendant. Look after yourself. And Glay, I hope she can find something. Anything.
Descendant! Are you really going? Hold it right there. And what does our hero come to seek answers for, I wonder? Wow. Sending a person into Sigma Sector? We haven't been able to deploy even an exploration drone there. And now this? Am I dreaming, or is this real? Descendant, if you happen to stumble upon any of those old amorphous relics out there, mind bringing them back when the mission's over? Anything you can find, you hear me? Even a scrap of paper will do. As long as we can properly restore it, it'll be worth its weight in archaeological gold. Imagine finding a teacup smeared with an ancestor's DNA. Or better yet, stumbling upon some kind of powerful primordial arche. Now that'd be like hitting the cosmic jackpot without even buying a ticket. And for Descendants who bring back relics, I've got something way better than a lottery ticket. All those strategic supplies our excavation teams have been gathering from all over Ingress, I'll hand them over on the spot. No complicated transfer procedure required. I'm sorry for asking you to take on this risky mission, But the value of the relics deposited in Sigma Sector is beyond comprehension. They're almost as valuable as the Iron Heart. But don't push yourself too hard. Got it? If you end up becoming a relic yourself, we'd be in real hot water. So promise me you'll take care, all right?
That scared me half to death. If she'd gone on a rampage, no one would have been able to stop her.
It's all my fault. Now, you know what I'm capable of. And it was, as she said, I'm to blame for Glay's tragedy and grief. I used to think that anyone who could hold a weapon should fight for humanity. When I was an active soldier, I wanted to meet people who were as brave as I was. Then, as a military professor, I wanted to pass my knowledge on to the next generation. In that sense, Daya was my best student. I thought she was a young woman who could lead the future of humanity. But Daya wasn't required to join the military. Glay was already serving and saving lives, so Daya was granted an exemption. But she refused to stay in Albion and be safe. She wanted to be a soldier like her friends, her classmates, and her father who died in combat. I admired her passion, and so I made the most foolish mistake possible. I believed her when she said she'd discussed it with Glay, and I wrote her a letter of recommendation for the military academy. By the time Glay returned from the battlefield, it was too late. The administration could not reverse Daya's enlistment. The cadets had already been deployed to field units to train on the front line, and Daya was among them. After that, well, you know the story well enough. Glay went looking for Daya. They were both ambushed by the Vulgus and kidnapped. Glay managed to awaken her Arche and escape the Vulgus, but because it was the first time she'd triggered her rage frenzy, she lost control of her senses and didn't take Daya with her. It would have been nice if Daya had awakened her Arche as well, but that's wishful thinking. Daya had been tested for Arche dozens of times. Glay's hope that Daya was sent to Sigma Sector is probably unfounded, but that doesn't mean a parent shouldn't search every last place they can for their child. Glay needs to do this to find closure, and I have to atone for the mistakes I made which have caused so much pain to the Elias family. Glay and I will be at the Vanguard. I'm just sorry I won't be able to say goodbye to Aisha. But I suppose it was the same for Glay. I need to remember that.
Descendant Corps, this is HQ. Your tactical transport is cleared for takeoff. Operation Sigma Sector is go. I repeat, Operation Sigma Sector is go.
It's time. I'll move out first.
Descendant. Confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
We've detected signs of life inside a nearby RK receptor.
Too soft. Get
Back
up
to business.
Transform.
zone initiated. Good work, Descendant. Descendant, thanks to you, we have gathered extensive data on Sigma Sector. The Medical Corps has also made significant progress. Please come to HQ and I will share the information.
This is an important operation, so listen carefully.
Good to see you, Descendant. Instead of listening to me explain everything, please read Eugen's recon report. Here it is.
I've just changed shifts. Did anything happen? Clear.
It isn't easy.
Descendant, it looks like our theory was correct. The Vulgus identified people with RK and took them to Sigma Sector. The report says that responses from humanoid organisms were recorded coming from tomb-like structures. A bioscan detected RK in the DNA sample taken from one of those organisms. This can lead us to where the missing people were taken. But the Void Storm and Vulgus attack prevented a full analysis of the structures. We've called the structures RK receptors. We need to send in the Descendant Corps to investigate them. We have to understand the composition, features, and purpose of the structures to get to the bottom of what the Vulgus are plotting. Prepare for re-entry as soon as you're able. Please make sure you're fully ready.
Captain, calm down and listen to me. Are you saying Daya is inside one of those receptors? Do you really think that makes sense?
Convince me why it doesn't, Eugen.
Mel briefed you too, right? Please, come and help me with this. Captain, you've read this report, just like I have. The humanoid organisms inside the RK receptors all have RK.
So what? What does that have to do with your claim that Daya isn't in there?
You still weren't accepted? Daya didn't have RK. She was tested hundreds of times, maybe more. Please, you need to accept this. Daya, she's already...
I was also tested hundreds of times, and every single time I was told that I didn't have RK. But guess what? I awakened my RK, and it wasn't thanks to those pompous magisters. It was at the hands of the Vulgus. If someone as unremarkable as me has RK, then Daya must have RK that's even more powerful. I can hear it. The sound of her heart. My blood, my heart, beats with her. Jin, I know you're worried about me, but I have to go. Daya is calling me. Daya.
Miss Elias, please, listen to yourself.
Daya.
Damn it. Fine. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. I'm sick and tired of losing people I care about, missing them, always hurting.
Ajax, start the engine. We're going to the area where the RK receptors are most concentrated. There are a lot of Vulgus there. Eugen was right to worry.
If the other Descendants can distract the enemy forces in other zones, we should be able to investigate them all. Lepik, I'm counting on you for fire support. Viessa, work with other Descendants to create a diversion for us.
See you on the other side, Viessa. Maybe you can make me some shaved ice when we get back.
Don't you ever get tired of eating that? Protect the Professor and Glay.
Descendant, confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution. Descendant, enemy troops are being transferred in large numbers. You must attack their point of origin.
That's a specialized Vulgus aircraft. It can fly through void storms. Descendant, if you're gonna shoot it down, do it now. Hurry!
this the place?
Daya.
Clay! They imprisoned Descendants in these?
They know we're here.
Please. Daya.
They're advancing.
Clay! There's too many of them! Clay! Ajax!
Go! HQ, we need evac now!
Clay, we gotta get out of here. There's more of them than we thought. Clay, you listening? We gotta go now or...
They're using... This is... okay.
There's no time! What is it?
Descendant, can you hear me? Sorry about the unexpected detour to Kingston. Ajax and Glay's team is pinned down and needs Descendant reinforcements. You're the closest support unit I can send. They say they rescued someone from an RK receptor who appears to be a Descendant. Nell is going to question this unidentified individual. It'll be a confusing and difficult situation for everyone. But I'm most concerned about Glay. I'm sure you must have heard. Daya has been fighting for the Vulgus. And it's not just Daya. The Vulgus scum have been using those RK receptors to create their own descendants. Descendants against descendants. I thought Jeremy would be the last one. I'm going to evaluate all of the intel we've gathered and consider our next move. Then I'll hand it over to you. Help Nell keep a close eye on our unidentified individual to make sure they've not been brainwashed by the Vulgus.
We're going to begin interrogation of the unidentified descendant. You can release their restraints, but if they show any signs of suspicious behavior, please subdue them immediately.